My dog is smarter than Hunter Biden. Those are the exact words that the Barisma executive said. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to ANN American News Network. I'm your host, Vlad. Really quickly, I want to thank the sponsor of this channel, Mike Lindell, with his company's My Store and My Pillow. Use links down below in the description with promo code ANN at checkout. Huge discount. Also, there's a link to my merch store, megamerchus.com. Get you a t-shirt all around 20 bucks or less. Free shipping anywhere in the United States. You can't beat that. There's other ways you can support, and my email if you want to contact me. Let's get right into it. FD-1023 form. Senator Grassley released it. Joe Biden is going from, well, let's take a look at this video. You've all seen it, but let's watch it together. Ladies and gentlemen, what's he gonna be nibbing on when he gets locked up? Because there ain't no kids in the big house. There ain't no kids in the big house. I don't know. What's he gonna be nibbing on? Once the form that is now, that the FBI has had in their possession since I believe 2017 or 18. They hid it from President Trump. They hid it from the public. They never investigated, knowing that the guy who gave them the form is a credible source that they've been using for over a decade. And the FBI hid FD-1023 form. But now it's public. They lied just 2 months ago. The FBI lied and said the form doesn't exist. Then Representative James Comer said, well, I've seen a copy. And last night, Senator Grassley and Representative James Comer have released the form. I went through it. I read the entire thing. Disgusting. Really quick, we're going to read a little part of the Gateway Pundit's commentary. And then I got some of my own stuff that I wrote down where the Barisma executive calls Hunter Biden tupaya sabaka. In English, it means stupid dog. He actually said, my dog is smarter than him. He calls him a crackhead and just a dummy, but he said the only reason he's with us is because his daddy. We need access to his father because he can pull some strings, and he can keep us out of trouble. But they also say we felt pressured and coerced to pay, and we felt like if we wouldn't pay, then we're going to have a lot of problems. They actually go on to admit we don't want to work with the Bidens. We don't want to give them money. They are pressuring us to work with them and pay them, but we don't want to. But we understand that if we don't do this, we're going to have a lot of issues internationally and at home. Now, for all you libbies that are going to come in the comments and be like, well, Joe Biden's a nice grandpa. What about that WhatsApp message from 2017 that just went public? Hunter texting his Chinese executive business partner and says, I'm here with my father. You better do what we tell you to do. And if you don't, you're going to have issues. I can hold a grudge and my father can pull some strings and your life is going to be ruined. What are they? Gangsters? Mobsters? Mafiosos? A crackhead and an old senile man running an international multi-million-dollar business. And one of them wins the presidency, rabbit ears, and then his son is making the White House white again with white powder, and then just losing it everywhere. Let's get right into it. Let's get right into this. So, FD-1023. According to the document, Barisma executives hired Hunter Biden, Joe Biden's son, to protect us through his dad from all kinds of problems. At the time, Barisma was seeking to do business in the United States, but was facing a corruption investigation in Ukraine. The document further alleges that Barisma CEO Mykola Zlochevsky claimed to have paid $5 million each to Hunter Biden and Joe Biden. Zlochevsky reportedly used the term "получили," Russian crime slang for being forced or coerced. Forced to pay to someone that's dumber than my dog. Do you think Hunter had anything to do with this? His dad just used him, his own son, and he used his addiction to make himself rich. I mean, if you read Ashley Biden's diary, you would understand and you know that he doesn't care about his children and he uses them for his pleasure and personal satisfaction. We know he doesn't care about the United States. Just look at the border, look at the economy, look at the trade deals he's doing. Look at it at East Palestine, Ohio, when the train derailed. Trump was there to give water, medicine, and assistance, support. Biden, he flew to Ukraine. Is he the mastermind, Joe? We don't know. But here's what we know. He's a liar. For years, he said he never even spoke to his son about his overseas business dealings. Ladies and gentlemen, if it wasn't for Joe Biden, his son wouldn't even have any overseas business dealings. If there's any real and true reporters out there, all you reporters at the White House, next time you get to ask Biden a question, you tell him, you said you never even spoke to your son about his overseas business dealings. But according to Form FD-1023, not only did you speak to your son about his overseas business dealings, but your son would not even have any overseas business dealings if it wasn't for you. This dude lies. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to end it with this. Right now, leading up to 2024, we are reaching the peak of a domestic information civil war. There is a information war right now. This is why they're throwing all this garbage, all these fake charges at Trump. That 30-40% of voters who are independent or are easily swayed here and there, the fight is going on for them right now. That is why they lie about Trump. They're indicting Trump on bogus charges. They know that even if they, indict him, convict him, that does not stop him from running, winning, and serving. So, what are they doing? It's an informational war to get those 30-40% of easily swayed independent voters to be like, I understand gas is expensive and groceries are expensive and inflation is through the roof, but hey, anybody but Trump. I mean, look at his character. They can't attack his policies, so they attack his character. We have to be doing the same thing. But see, we don't have to make anything up. We have the evidence. We have the proof. We have the truth on our side. We need to speak. We need to reach out. And we need to send the message out strong and clear and be like, we are in an informational civil war. And the victor is going to be who wins the 2024 presidential election. And here's how I know we are winning. And how God is on our side. I mean, when I take a step back and I look at this and I'm like, there's supernatural things happening in our favor. FD-1023 form was given to the FBI leadership by one of their trusted informants. Somebody that they have depended on for over a decade. They know that he's reliable and tells the truth, and they paid him hundreds of thousands of dollars to work for the FBI. So in 2017, he comes to the leadership of the FBI and gives them form FD-1023. They don't take it to President Trump. They don't investigate it. What they do is they push it under the rug and try to hide it. And they did a good job because 2020 came along and, just like with the laptop and everything else, we weren't supposed to find out. Then 2022 comes around, midterm election, Republicans win House and they make a promise. We are going in to investigate Hunter Biden and all this stuff he's doing. See if that is in any way, shape, or form tied in. This guy comes out and becomes a whistleblower and comes to them and says, I gave the FBI a form in 2017. It proves that Biden took bribe money. It proves that he took bribe money. Then they go to the FBI, Comer, and the FBI says, that's not true, it never existed. Comer says, well, I've seen a copy. Oh, well, actually it does exist. So it went from they were hiding it to then saying it doesn't exist to then saying it does exist but we're not going to give it to now it being public. Same thing with the laptop. It's fake, then it's Russian disinformation. It's real, but the laptop exists, but everything on there is made up. Then some of it's true, to now everything is public and online, every single email, every single phone call, every single picture on there. It's all public. Yes, they are saying a lot, but they're saying lies. We're telling the truth. And one last thing for the hearings. I see a lot of people say, Vlad, these hearings, what's the point? Nothing's going to happen. The hearings, a single hearing is not going to produce results. See, last month, there was a hearing in Congress almost every single day. None of them did anything or meant anything except the ones for the last 2 days. The one on Wednesday with the IRS whistleblowers, who just exposed the Hunter Biden investigation and the collusion with IRS, DOJ, and FBI to protect daddy's little crackhead, who's dumber than a sabaka. And the one yesterday with Kennedy about, how the government is colluding with big tech to censor Americans. I have a friend who's kind of like, who's a moderate Democrat, who was shocked yesterday. He didn't believe that censorship exists, and I'm like, how can you, me and him argue about that all the time, but yesterday he saw something that shocked him. The Republicans are saying their government is colluding with big tech to censor Americans. The Democrats are saying, no, it does not exist. Kennedy comes in to testify that it does exist and to prove the Democrats wrong. What is the very first thing that the Democrats did? They voted to censor Kennedy so that the hearing can go on, but he's not allowed to say anything. The people that are telling you there's no collusion between big tech and government to silence Americans are the same people at a hearing about censorship are voting to censor their witness. Great going, libs. Great going. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. I'm going to keep you updated. We're going to fight the good fight, and we're going to get the victory. In Jesus' name, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share. Trump 2024 or sooner.